Hi friends, welcome back to another monthly reset. It has been quite a long time since I've done one of these, so forgive me if I'm a little rusty. This setup specifically, like me sitting on my bed, I love the background, but the lighting is so jank. Like if I showed you what it looks like right now to get even this crappy lighting, you'd laugh. You'd have a little giggle. It's a little harder to film these, but I did really miss doing them. I watched a couple recently and I've been like so off YouTube, like I just put it on to go to sleep pretty much. I have not been like engaging in the communities I used to. So I'm trying to get back into that. And I watched a couple and it was just like so nice. And I was like, I miss doing that. So here we are, we're doing it. But it's the end of October. Oh my God, crazy pants. This has been a wonderful fall thus far. Summer was nuts and it felt like it lasted forever and then also was insanely quick. Fall similarly is flying by. It's already almost Halloween. I'm filming this on the 25th because I think this is the only day I will be able to film this with light going on outside, because even this mix of light, there's a little natural light, just like the barest amount, and it makes a very big difference. So yeah, I'm a little early. I just got back from pumpkin picking with Kay, Matt, and Mel, and it was so wonderful. And I thought I had to run directly out to Smithtown, but I walked inside and my mom was like, oh, I don't want to leave for another hour. So I was like, cool. Well, this is the time. This is the place. I've been in such the YouTube mood recently, and that feels so good after so much time of being like, I don't even want to think about it. So feels right, feels good. Happy to be doing things again and like feeling like I want to create. I will say, like, moving back to New York, as you know, took a little getting used to. I feel like I'm finally like 6 months, 7 months in, settling a bit more, and now I'm like, okay, we're hitting the routine, we're getting there, things are calming down a little bit, knock on wood. So I really am starting to think again of in terms of like, what's my next video, like what can I film this week to like put up, and so it's nice to like naturally fall back into that groove, kind of like I had when I was living in Colorado. So that's where we're at. We're doing good. If you're new to my channel, hey, how's it going? My name's Rosie. I used to do these all the time and I haven't done one in probably 5 months. So we're having fun here. This is returning to the classics. We're returning to the ancient texts, if you will. So sit down. I have some favorites. I don't know how long this one is going to be. So a lot of favorites because we have quite a few months to catch up on. And then I figured we could write out some goals for the end of the year, because like November, December, that's gonna sneak up fast. We should probably just, you know, think in the broad spectrum of things, because especially December, I feel like goes so fast with the holidays that we might as well just like set some overarching 2-month goals. That seems like reasonable to expect, you know? So that's what we're gonna do. First, I think I always do a recap. Oh my God, I'm doubting myself. No, I definitely always do a recap. So let's go over October. Let's start with like the very end of September. We kicked off wedding season with Sam and Fritz's wedding. I did put out a vlog like pretty soon after that, like time frame wise of me filming it recently. So that was killer. It was so fun. And then that sort of careened us into October. We had Danielle and Greg's wedding, which was so wonderful and so exciting. Danielle is literally one of my oldest friends. Like, we met in kindergarten at 5 years old. And so to be a part of their wedding was so special. It was so fun to have a party with pretty much everyone you grew up with. Like, that's just so rare these days. It was such a good time. And I loved it. I hope they loved it. They're on a beautiful 3-week honeymoon right now, taking in the gorgeous sights of Europe. So I hope they're slaying, and I hope they're enjoying a lot of good Italian food. And then the day after it, I actually went to another wedding. I went to my lovely Lexi and her husband, Brandon's wedding, and it was stunning. It was beautiful. Lexi looked phenomenal. The venue was gorgeous. It was kind of a rainy day, but like the party was popping. We had a great time. There was an after party at the hotel. Like, it was really just like a good, fun, wild night. It was great. I was like severely hungover after that weekend and I lost my voice, but you know, worth it. That was lovely to like just have 3 banging parties very close to each other. It was a great time. And from there on out, I realized I was like, okay, we're almost to chilling season. Like I said today, I think I booked myself out straight through all of the weddings and then Amanda's trip. And then I don't have anything planned for the rest of the year. Knock on wood. Like, nothing set specific in plans that like I've been planning stuff for October since before I moved home. So this has been a nice thing to look forward to of like, okay, we have a period of rest and freedom approaching. And so we're just enjoying the craziness as it happens. And so, yeah, those weeks with the weddings were a little nuts. And then I had a couple days and then Amanda came in. Amanda visited from Denver and it was so, so lovely. It was just so fun to have her here. Showing Ashley over the summer was such a good time. And it was like such a perfect like moment for her to be visiting was July 4th. Like we got to do everything. It was like a fun, festive energy. I wish I had vlogged it, but I was not in a vlogging space at the time. And so I am glad I vlogged this one because we went up to Sleepy Hollow, which I had never like stopped and hung out in Sleepy Hollow before. I'm pretty sure that's literally on my bucket list for the year. Sleepy Hollow was so lovely and so fun to visit, especially with Amanda because she was just, it was her first time in New York. So it was like so much exciting energy and it was so good to see her and just spend like really solid quality time with her. I miss her so much. And it was just so wonderful. And then we spent 2 days in the city together, which iconic. Like it was truly just like a wonderful vibe. I loved staying over. We saw Mamma Mia, which like was very special overall because when Amanda and I met working at the bookstore together, and one of the things we bonded about was how much we loved Mamma Mia. And like, I'm pretty sure we've watched the movie together. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure we have. And just like we talk about it all the time and it's a constant reference for us. And so for it to be like on Broadway the time she's visiting for the first time ever and I get to go with her, it was just like so special and so wonderful. And that was her first Broadway show, like a perfect first Broadway show in my opinion, a very fun one. Yeah, so that was lovely. And then we finished the trip out by like just hanging out, honestly. Like we went to Lindsay's birthday the next day a little early. God bless Lindsay and Steven let us crash for a little bit just to like hang out, sit around as they finished setting up. And then we dipped early because we were both like so exhausted. We were very tired. And then we came back and we watched a movie and then Amanda went home the next day. It was a beautiful weekend. It was like really perfect. And then, you know, we had this week. This week was kind of insane at work. It's fine. And this weekend so far has been very fun. Like I said, just got back from a pumpkin patch. I don't know if that vlog will go up before or after this, but we had like a beautiful, perfect fall morning. I couldn't describe a more perfect like Long Island fall morning. So it rocked. And yeah, I'm feeling very fall, very, very festive. Overall, vibes are high. After this, I'm going to my papa's 85th birthday party. And then tomorrow I have another birthday party for my friend Judy. It's a very celebratory month. I had a lot of friend birthdays this month, like so many, I can't name them all. So sorry. I love you all. I love my Libras and I love my Scorpios. It truly like is overwhelming how many people I love were born in the month of October. We had a few friend dinners, a few city trips. It's definitely calmed down a bit. I'm not going in like 4 times a week like I was, but a few fun city trips. Let me just double check. Did I hit it all? Oh my God. New Taylor Swift album. We'll get to that in the favorites. Controversial, but we will. With the new Taylor Swift album release, we did go to the movie Me, Kay, Matt, and Mel. And that was so fun. We got brunch after. So we did the movie theater experience where you got to see the music video and the behind the scenes and everything. And it was fun. It was very cute. It was a nice morning. This past week was crazy at work, but the big highlight was that I went to the Rolling Stone Artists on Artists show at the Beacon Theater with Agatha and Jake, and that was so freaking cool. I got an ad for it on Spotify as a role model concert, and it ended up being that event, not a role model concert specifically, but it was so fun. It was Tucker, role model, and then Maria from the Marias, and they had a little like conversation with a member of SNL. I'm so sorry, I don't remember his name, but he is the one doing the current Trump impression. It was them two like speaking, and then they did a little set. I think Maria did 3 songs. They duetted on one of Maria's songs, and then he did 3 songs, and so that was super fun. Very good time. I love that boy. He gives such fun energy. I love seeing him. And then after him and Maria, it was Jack Antonoff and Haley Williams. Iconic. So we got to hear them talk. They've obviously known each other for a very long time, so it was cool to see like 2 like more established artists that know each other, like Kiki. And then they played, but they played together. They played like Jack was playing guitar for her and she was singing backup vocals for him, and etc. So that was really fun. It was like a concert you never thought you'd be able to see. It was very cool. And they played Merry Christmas, Please Don't Call, which is my favorite Bleacher song, and obviously is like a Christmas song, so you don't think they're gonna play it ever. And that was a Hail Mary like shot for me, and they did. I loved it. I wanted Haley to play Parachute really badly, but she didn't, but that's okay. That's all right. She did play her brand new song that came out literally that night. But yes, so that was really fun. That was a great evening. And yeah, I think we're all caught up. These are all of the October highlights. And then the rest of the week, I'm chilling, I'm rocking, I'm resting. And then Halloween, of course, is on a Friday, so we're going out. I haven't gone out for Halloween, you know, like partying in a long time. I've gone to like a house party, but I haven't, you know, gone out on the town. So I'm looking forward to it. It's very funny that it's happening when I'm like 27, pushing 30, but excited to do it. Now that the recap is out there, now that we've established our current moment in time, let's talk about the favorites that got us here. Okay. Number one, we had a lot of music favorites recently. I'm on a huge music kick, which if you know me, I feel like I say that I go through either a podcast or a music like era. And sometimes it's like a month, sometimes it's years. And I feel like I've been in a podcast kick for years. When I think about like, I make a playlist for every season. And when I think about my favorite playlists that I've made that I keep going back to, they're all like pre-2022. They're all like pre-Colorado, honestly. And then I made one that was like a combo of all the songs I enjoyed in Colorado the most. And that one's pretty solid. But like, we were really in a music drought there. So ever since coming back, I've been back on my music kick. And so we have a lot to get through. My current playlist is called There is Magic Waiting to be Unearthed. Yeah, period. There's magic waiting to be unearthed. And if you can see, that's the little front. It's a variation, actually, of this print. This print is slightly different, but it has the same phrase, which is, there's magic waiting to be unearthed if only I can summon the precise combination of unknowable words. And I just liked it. It's very, like, whimsical and fall. Like, if you look at that cover, it just gives very fall to me. I love a long playlist. I dig it. And so we got a lot going on here that I am really loving. And so, of course, we'll start with the controversial ones. The new Taylor Swift album, I mean, everyone has really strong opinions. Is it one of her best? No. Is it fun? Yes. I'm enjoying some of it. I hate Canceled, period, point blank. I feel like this album compared to Tortured Poets is so drastically different that I get why people are upset, because her lyric writing, she always has millennial cringe in there, but Tortured Poets had so much fluffy, like, poetry layered over it. This is a lot more direct with the millennial cringe, so, you know what, fine. But the songs I do really enjoy from it are The Fate of Ophelia, #1 music video, I think, of hers, in my opinion. I thought it was so beautiful. I really liked it, and I liked seeing the behind the scenes. And then I love Elizabeth Taylor, catchy, stuck in my head. Father Figure, that's my favorite. Father Figure is #1. And then Honey. I really love Honey. Honey is very, like, just sweet. I enjoy it a lot. Okay. Now, also on the Taylor train, I am having a Midnights moment again. Midnights is very fall to me, obviously, because it did release in fall a couple of years ago. And I have just been really rocking with it. Occasionally when I just don't want to listen to a playlist, but I want to like listen to one thing, I will put on the Midnights album. And I've been particularly drawn to Labyrinth, which I was not the first time around. So just something to note. I'm like really into LCD Sound System right now, which is so random, but I'll keep it like so for real. A guy I was seeing, that was his favorite band, and I hadn't listened to any of their music. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll listen to like a couple of the songs. On TikTok, there's this dude who does yo-yo tricks. I promise these two things are connected. There's this guy that does yo-yo tricks to songs, and he kept popping up on my feed with LCD Sound System songs. And so I was like, okay, interesting. And I heard one that I really, really liked called Oh Baby. And so I was like, ooh, okay, interesting. And like, this guy I'm seeing really likes them, like maybe I'd like them too. And so I did like a little bit of a deep dive, and me and the man did break up, but I continued going with LCD Sound System, and I'm loving them. I genuinely, it just feels like really perfect for the moment of life I'm in. I don't know why, like the electronic and the fun. It's like fun, and it's also like a little out there. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. And my favorites are Oh Baby, Dance Yourself Clean. That one also incredible. And like when I first saw it was an 8-minute song, I was like, girl, calm down. But no, I listened to the whole 8 minutes. And then American Dream. I really like that album, the American Dream album. And that's certainly the best thing I got out of that relationship. So thanks so much. And then after that, I also started listening to Big Thief. Big Thief gives very fall energy, and I had heard Velvet Ring before, but I was like, we're diving in this fall. I'm starting to dip my toes in there. I'm enjoying. Audrey Hobart, that was the album of the summer for me. That shit slapped. The end of the summer. And Shooting Star, my favorite song. I am still putting it on repeat. And then Junior Varsity, which is a new band to me. I don't know a lot of their music, but the music I have found has been very fun, very perfect once again for like where I'm at. It just like feels right. And I'm really loving New York, Give My Heart, and I'm Not Crazy. And then finally, our last music favorite is the new Rainbow Kitten Surprise album. I don't know if I've mentioned this recently, but I used to like them in college, and then I saw them over the summer live at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park, and it was such a good concert that it really like jump-started something in me again, and now I'm really on a Rainbow Kitten Surprise kick. And Hide by them is like probably one of my favorite songs of all time. And now I really am enjoying the new album. I like King, Texas Hold'em, Dang, and Hell Nah. And that's that. Wrapped on the music. That's all the music. It's a lot of music. Feel free to check out my Spotify if you want just that playlist that has everything in it. And then I did only read one book this month, and I didn't even read it. I listened to it, but that counts. That counts. And I did it in like a day. Like it was a fast turnaround. And it was Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. Not a particularly long book, but a very beautiful one, a very touching one, filled with obviously a lot of scientific facts. And I want to pick up my nonfiction reading. And so this was a really good one. It was obviously narrated by John Green, and I love John Green. So that was a really good book. Favorite movie was Dead Poets Society, because I watched it with Amanda that night that we got home from the city, and it was just so beautiful, and like I knew I'd love it, but it was one I just hadn't seen yet, and so it was wonderful. Adore. And now we're gonna get into like the items. Journaling has been big for me recently. I have all of this and more, many more, but these are the current ones I'm rotating through. I just recently got another 5-minute journal, which you'll see in the New York vlog. And I know I just got it like a week ago, but when I tell you reopening this and like locking in has already helped. It's only been a week, and it just helps with my routine so much. It is really like an easy anchor to hold on to, and doing it brings me back to like when I was in a very stable, consistent routine back in Colorado. So this has been very nice and helpful to reintroduce into my life, and I love it. And I'm happy to have one again. I also like getting a different color every time. I'm really liking the black one. I think it looks cool. So that's that. And then this is my one I thought I was going to retire, but I'm not. This is just sort of like my hold all journal, I think. This is where I put pretty much everything that I just need to get out, my like spill my guts journal. And then this one is actually called My Perfect Life Journal. And so I put all of the positive things, like specifically positive things in here. So that way I can like spill my guts, get my shit out, and then work on the really like happy, positive things that I want to work on. So yes. I also really love the print on this one because it has little doggies. It's very cute. It's from McNally Jackson. Also random, I don't even know what type of pen. Oh, this is called a Monami 153. This is the best pen ever created. This is my favorite pen to write with. I've now purchased 3 since I've been home. I got them at McNally Jackson and Goods for the Study, which is, they're owned by the same company. And it just is like so smooth, and it writes like gel, but like is a ballpoint. Like, I don't know. I don't know things about pens. I'm not someone who knows things about pens, but I do love this pen, and I do have it in 3 colors now. This is random, but Gucci Flora. This is a perfume I fully have had for over 5 years, and I feel like I gravitate towards it every once in a while, but I've really, really been loving it for the past few months. This just like has felt right, you know? And it's sweet, it's light, and it's flowery, but not overpoweringly flowery, if that makes sense. It's white gardenia, jasmine, and pear blossom. And so there's something about the balance there that like, it's sweet, but I don't feel like I smell like soap, which is important to me with a floral perfume. So been digging it. And then along with that, I finally got onto the train of sticky dates from Lush. I had to go to the mall to return something, and I was like, I haven't been in Lush in a long time. And so I smelled this for the first time, like, I don't know, at the top of the month, and oh my God, it really does just like, oh, it smells like frosting almost. But when it gets on your body, I just feel like I'm like, I don't know. It just feels very luxurious. I love it. And I have the small one here because I didn't want to commit just in case I like ended up not using it a lot, but I've used it like almost every day. So I'm very much enjoying this. All the girlies were right a year ago to be obsessed. And then my final two things are from Urban Decay. Number one, they have the new Naked palette, which like I stopped keeping up with Naked palettes forever ago because they just kept coming out with new ones and I didn't need them all. I did have a lot of them. But this one, it's called the Naked Shaped and it does this, which is like fine. It's a little gimmicky, but the colors that they have in this palette are literally perfect. It's a perfect combination of the original Naked palette and the Naked Basics, like in the middle. I bought this for the weddings and I've been using it every day otherwise, and I'm obsessed with it. It's the Naked Shaped Multitasking palette in Warm. They have a cool version as well. And so just genuinely great. I really like the packaging. It's hard, but like it also has these waves. It's very cute. Urban Decay really did well with that one. And then I, over the summer, picked up just like a mini sample size of this one. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Hyaluronic Acid and Watermelon Fruit Extract Setting Spray. I just picked up a sample size of this at Ulta when I was getting my hair done one time because I was about to travel. It works, to me, so much better than the original. And it works better than MAC Fix Plus, in my opinion. And it also, like, smells really good. It smells kind of like a perfume. So I will just, you know, it really does a great job, I think. Better than any other setting spray I've tried, in my humble opinion. Those are all of the items. Those are all of the favorites total. So now let's figure out some goals. We're keeping it super simple here. I just said Q4 goals because we're in Q4. We only got 4 of them. Straight to the point. Number 1, use the 5-minute journal because it has only been a week and I do occasionally fall off of things like that, but I want to use it every day. Number 2, read 16 books. I'm currently at 36, which is sorely below my 100 goal from the top of the year. But I then at some point changed it to 75 and then I was like, I'll change it to 50. But no, I'm going to change it to 52 so I can say I did 1 a week. That feels like a good ratio to me. And 16 books sounds a lot more doable than like, I don't even want to figure it out. So 16 books, then we can say we did 1 a week and I still feel pretty solid about that. Next, declutter and donate. I need to go through my clothes. I came back and I sort of like freaked out. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I've purchased a ridiculous amount of like clothing items considering like I work from home, you know, just like an unreasonable amount. I'm considering hitting a no by November for everything, just to see if I can really commit to that and do that and like shackle down on what I need to be doing, because obviously I did not follow my no buy for the year. Things were crazy. It's been a very transformative year. It has not been a very financially responsible year. It has in a way. I did move home. Things are a little better, but I definitely could have been much better. So I think I need to like really reset, get back into the mindset of we're not spending any money, we're saving, we're paying things down. And from there, that should hopefully propel me well into the new year, because 2026, the goal is to move out. But move out smartly. I'm not trying to rush out like I did the first time. The very first time I moved out, I did that shit so fast, and it was not like smart. I did not do it a smart way, and I ended up in a lot of debt because of it and other reasons. But I am trying to do it the smart way, but to do it the smart way, I have to be much more aggressive if I want to keep my timeline. So along with that, my last one is pay off 1 loan. So if I pay off 1 loan, I'll feel pretty solid about that. And then along with that, that'll just be 1 less monthly payment I have to make towards everything. And that will help snowball into paying other debt. So not a lot of goals, but hey, it's been a busy year. I'm not trying to overwhelm myself. I'm trying to simply whelm myself. A little challenge, but not a lot. That's I think where we're at right now. That's that. That's our quick little reset for November and the end of the year, I guess. God, did that feel good to film. Oh, it feels right. I missed it. So this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching if you did. If you yourself are setting any goals for November, I would love to hear them. How did your October go? I would love to know. I want to chat. So please let me know down below. I always have all of my socials linked in my little description box, and I have been posting a lot more on Rosie Dress recently, so that feels good again too. It feels really nice to have like a tangible creative project that I'm working on. So I'm feeling very locked in, and it's fun. I'm having a great time. So if you want to hang out over there, would love to see ya. And yeah, I feel like that's pretty much it. Thank you again for hanging out. I love you very much. I hope you're having a wonderful whatever time of day you're in, and I will be talking to you very soon.